Alors, un nouvel endroit à explorer.
Nitro case shattered? By Tex Murphy? When did I become an attention seeker? These watches are worth a small fortune. I'm hoping this newspaper article is not some sentimental keepsake. Looks like I like to wear sunglasses at night.
Ok, speed. Ah ouais, quand même. Ok. Est-ce qu'il y a un tireur plein? Oui.
When I think of women in my past who were black book quality, Regan Madsen from my Pandora case always comes to mind. Well, I suppose you've already sat in my chair and I've eaten my porridge, too.
Took you long. I thought I was gonna have to stir it in by myself. I hope you don't mind I made myself comfortable. And I'm very comfortable.
Yeah. You look it.
How long does it take you to smoke that cigarette?
Oh, you'd be surprised. She was vicious, mean, nasty, and rotten to the core. I still think fondly of her almost every day. Well, that is an intimidating knife.
Alors le fait qu'ils aient mis un flashback sur Reagan à cet endroit-là, c'est pas bon à mon avis.
Maybe I should go get checked out at a medical clinic for reasons other than my head injury.
16 fois...
Some lady gave me her phone number? I'm not used to that.
16 fois 9, hein, je crois. Ouais, c'est ça. Ok, donc 16 fois 9. Ça fait 160 moins 16. Ce qui fait 144, si je ne me trompe pas. Ouais, ça doit être ça. 144 donc. Je suppose que c'est un code. On a quelque chose ici. Alors, Tech, je sais que tu n'aimes pas Maldonado, enfin que tu le hais, mais il a ses utilisations, enfin son utilité. Je vous donnerai 5000 dollars supplémentaires si vous êtes d'accord pour travailler avec lui, mes amis. Travailler avec lui pacifiquement. Enfin, vous comprenez. Ouais. Ok. Ce qui voudrait dire que Mason... Ok, on connaît. Oh 144, disons-nous. On va regarder ça. Alors, je reviendrai. Je regarde juste ailleurs en attendant. Ah oui, d'accord, le jacuzzi et tout. Ah, la baignoire. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Ok, j'ai l'impression que c'est 3 tiroirs vides. 3 tiroirs vides en effet. Et ça c'est vide aussi. Il y a quelque chose de rempli là-dedans. À part la baignoire. Je me demande pourquoi elle est remplie d'ailleurs. Voilà. Elle est remplie et chauffée en permanence. Super écologique. C'est comme les lumières d'iPhone. On peut les allumer en entrant. Alors qu'on s'occupe de ça. Est-ce que j'ai raté un truc d'abord? Non, on est là. Allez, 144. Bah voilà, facile. Comme tout.
Where did I get this kind of money? Did I really turn into a gun-for-hire mercenary that everybody's afraid of?
There's something about this setup that just feels wrong. Like advanced mind manipulation. This place is littered with items to make you think you're someone you're not. We already know they injected you with a trance inducer. They're pulling the strings to deceive you into doing something for them.
C'est exactement ce que je pensais.
Oh man, I hope she's doing this to get through school. Lucy Love, c'est un des personnages de Pandora Directive. Qui s'appelait Emily. Bon, Emily, je sais plus son nom. Elle travaillait au Fuchsia Flamingo dans la rue Chandler Avenue, mais c'est fermé. Maintenant c'est fermé. J'ai pas l'impression qu'il y ait grand chose d'autre. Ah, c'est quoi ça? Real brass knuckles. That's a big departure from my non-lethal weapons collection.
Ouais. Bon, bah, je pense qu'on a tout vu. On va repartir, on va revenir à la Chandler Avenue. Ouais. Non, on a un fax. Top.
Looks like
Alors,
Archie's back
un
in
fax.
town. I should check out his 3 cards to midnight shop and see if he knows anything.
Ah bah on va faire ça. Alors,
Well, that was
venez
stupid.
voir 3 cartes, 3 cartes to midnight.
It looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 cards to midnight shop and see if he knows
Ouais, ça je
anything.
sais. Sinon il y a ce numéro de téléphone, après qu'on appelle. On verra.
I don't remember my office furniture being so nice. What happened?
Allez hop, direction Street Cards to Midnight. Comme prévu, c'est ouvert.
Archie Ellis is my herbal tea-loving, source for all things alien, supernatural, conspiracy theorist. Or he's just plain crazy. He ran into some trouble with the NSA on my last case. Last I knew, he was hiding out in some tropical locale with a bevy of beauties. I'm surprised he's back in town.
Hey, Murphy, how you doing? You okay? I heard you were having some kind of amnesia. You know, most alien abductees always have some sort of memory loss.
Whoever gave me this lump on my head wasn't some midget alien. No offense.
Hello, aliens? We all know they have long arms. Yowza!
You really back off, man, because I swear I will shoot the next person who tries to touch this, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Ouch. Ooh. So, I guess you do need some catching up then. A few months ago, I moved back here from the islands and I opened up this place. And I was hoping that you and I could hang out together like old times, but you haven't been around much.
So, did I happen to tell you anything about the case I'm working on?
Not yet, but you know I'm always ready to be Robin to your Batman. Without the homoerotic undertones, of course.
Sorry, Arch, but it's a package deal. If you're gonna be in this with me, you're gonna have to be in all the way.
You had me going there, Murph.
Okay, Boy Wonder, I need you to enter 2 names into the Bat computer. Mason Bowers, Margaret Leonard.
Well, I don't know about Mason Bowers, but Margaret Leonard, she's connected to one of the greatest mysteries of all time. I mean, you know who Nikola Tesla was, right?
Nikola. The cough drop?
Nikola Tesla was a genius. Probably one of the greatest geniuses ever. I mean, it was Tesla, not Marconi, who was the true inventor of the radio. He invented a Tesla coil, the AC electricity, remote control. He even pioneered cryogenics.
So are we almost to the part about Margaret Leonard?
Right. Well, Tesla died in 1943 when the FBI just swooped in and confiscated all his papers and designs. Then in about 2012, all this stuff, the Tesla cash just disappeared. And you want to know who the #1 suspect was?
Margaret Leonard.
No, an FBI agent named Charles Johansson. Now, I know they could never prove that he did it, but then he quits the FBI and joins some Tesla fanatic group called the Tesla Legacy Society, a group dedicated to making the world better through technology. And that's where he meets
Margaret Leonard?
Bingo! They fall in love, they get married. I think they even had a kid together.
So where's Margaret now?
Not a clue. Johansson died a couple years later, cancer, I think. And after that, Margaret just dropped out of circulation.
So all this happened, what, 37 years ago. I mean, no one's found the Tesla cash since then?
It's one of the great mysteries, the lost inventions of Nikola Tesla.
What's the big deal with the Tesla inventions? I mean, there must be some reason they were never made.
Oh, you ever hear of a little thing called Tunguska?
Have I ever? Picked up a bad case when I was down in Mexico. It's where I learned the phrase, Baños, rapidos, ándale muchachos, vámonos!
Oh, Murph, you're too funny. You know, in 1890s, Tesla conducted an experiment and created a resonance frequency. You know, like a big vibration, and it nearly took out a whole chunk of New York City. And then in the 1900s, he began to work on what he called a teleforce beam. The press called it, a death ray, cooler name. But a few years later in Russia, remote area called Tunguska, something caused an explosion 1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb.
1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb 40 years before we invented it?
But that was the last anyone ever heard of the death ray. Tesla never got funding. Instead, they made him out to be some crackpot, and he was broke for the rest of his life. Some people think the plans for it were part of the Tesla cash. Just think how much someone would pay to get their hands on that. And I'll never forget what you did tipping me off before that whack job NSA guy could get me. Seems nice. You know me, Murph. Always up for an adventure. As long as I don't have to go anywhere. You like my shop? Kind of like my old one, the Cosmic Connection. But I had to change the name in case, you know, the NSA and all that. I eat at the Brew and Stew all the time. I actually wouldn't mind forgetting a few years of my own life, mostly my teenage years. Yeah, oh, that's the Hollow Babe at the Golden Gate. Yeah, Mojo is warm for her form, or lack thereof, as it were. He's not very friendly, is he? Gosh, you'd think a sidekick would be a little more helpful, huh? My little buddy Mojo works over there. We hang out a lot, but I can't stay there too long. Something makes my eyeballs burn. Don't know about that. Donnelly's kind of a mysterious character. He was a private detective Tesla may have hired not long before he died. There's a mention of it in one of Tesla's letters. Both aliens and ghosts can communicate through their dreams. It's a proven fact. I've been checking my sources, but no one's heard a thing about her in years. He died like 40 years ago and either left the Tesla cash with Margaret Leonard or somebody else, or he took it to the grave. The Tesla cache is right up there for me. Oh, and the death ray? Well, the name says it all, doesn't it?
As I leave, Archie hands me an old photograph of Margaret Leonard. Maybe someone else on Chandler will recognize her from the picture. I wonder if anyone else on Chandler Avenue has seen Margaret Leonard. Well, that was stupid.